Hey, 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 hey. How's everybody out there today? Thank you for tuning in to the Drip Nation's stream live culture talk, guys. I'm Shireen Lavelle, and I have with me today Miss Danielle Robertson. So glad to have you, Danielle. Today's topic is going to be about women in the military. And guys, if you don't mind, you like, comment, share, and tag. Like, comment, share, and tag. And we'll be talking about the topic shortly. Thank you and stay tuned. Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Now, hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys are. I am Danielle Robinson, and I'm a mother of three. I have been in the military for 16 years. I did 14 years starting out in the Navy, and then I switched over to the Army to complete my 20. It was just a move that needed to happen for me and my family, family purposes. Juggling both is very important to me, so that was the best move for everyone as a whole. And I'm grateful to be here today.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, and my name is Shireen Lavelle. I am a mother of five. I had a husband that was actually in the military for 9 years. Lived on base, went through the many things that you go through while you're in the military. And it was definitely a journey. I look forward to what we're going to talk about. So, we're going to talk about the military because there's so many things going on. And we just really grateful for our military members, but more so the women, because they have like a dual situation going. They're not only military wives or military servers, but they also have children. They also got to cook. They got to do all those things. And how do they balance that? How do they figure out um, their money situation? This is even for the women who are the wives. What do you do for financial stability while your husband is out? And I'm gonna give my journey and how I dealt with my husband being gone. But first, Nicole, give us a little bit about your life as the military wife. I mean, young lady in the military with kids. How do you deal? How did you first deal with that transition? Because I know you were a mother before you entered the military, but how did you deal with that transition into the military?
Um, uh, you know what, it was something that I wasn't prepared for. I don't think you can prepare to deal with that type of transition, honestly. It's just one of those things that you have to go through.
You froze a little bit.
That's
Okay, there you go.
that's what that's what took care of us. That's what put food on the table. That's what made, provided the life for her that I desired for her to have. So I was blessed to have a great support system. My sister actually was able to move out to Virginia with me, and she literally, those times where I had to go in and out to sea, she was there. She was mama for me. So I can honestly say I'm definitely grateful for that support system. I believe, I still say to this day, that it does take a village, especially being in the military. It's one thing to be able to provide, the monetary support, but that emotional support, that keeping the child's mind, in a stable place is very, very important. So, like I said, my village provided that for me, and I'm grateful for it. The older I got, the more I understood, how much it did take. But early on, I just didn't understand. I was just focused on trying to get her with me, because I needed that. I needed to be able to be a mother and have my career at the same time. And I still feel I stand on that to this day. That, like I said earlier, that's the reason why I made the transition from the Navy to the Army, because the Navy didn't provide that for me. It became too much. I was very unhappy, and I do believe in that, being having that balance. You should be able to do the two. The Navy just didn't do it for me, and a window of opportunity opened up, and I jumped. I definitely did, and I have my sons back today, and I'm blessed for that. I'm blessed for that. My support system is still here. They rooting for me, and it's a blessing.
That's awesome. And how long have you been in the military?
I've
How
been in
long
a total of 16 years.
Wow,
16 years,
16 years.
four more years to go. We riding this wave and then I'm done. I'm not doing a day over 20. I'm not doing a
Guys,
day
we
over
can
20.
only thank God for Danielle serving our country for us and for her family really to live. And so your main reason why you went into the military was you didn't want to work, or what was your main reason?
You know what? College did not make sense to me at that time. I'm all about education, but you know the way that the world is set up, you go in debt to get that education. I had a child already, and she needed things. You know, she was growing. You know, it wasn't one of those things to where you know, the funding was there like that. Like I would have had to bust my behind, you know, getting her the medical, the dental, things of that nature. I said something has to give. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm like the military made sense to me because of the stability, the financial stability that I needed right then and there. And I would also learn a trade. You know, I wouldn't be out in the streets uh running all crazy, being all stressed out. It just provided that stability that I needed right then and there. So that's the reason why I, you know, made that jump because I was a teen mother, you know, and I seen the struggle of, you know, going to school, coming in from school, going straight to work, getting overtime on the weekends. I really didn't spend a lot of time with her then because she needed things then. So I was like, oh no, we not gonna play around. Let's just go ahead and go in the military and make this thing work. So I did that. I don't regret my decision. You know, it has done what it's needed to do. You know, and I'm grateful right now because I'm in a place to make other decisions, and it's opened the door for me to come in contact with you guys. You know, so um, everything is up from here.
Awesome. And I also know now, as of right now, you're actually now um, transitioning and you're studying to what go to the next level, if I'm not mistaken, correct? In the military.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm up for, you know, the next rank, and you know, I believe all promotions come from God. So it's done in Jesus' name. I'm not even about to be pressed about it. All promotions come from God. So prayers up. I'm already celebrating it. I'm already celebrating the next rank. So we good.
Oh
We good.
man,
I have no worries.
we definitely celebrate you. I know for me, when Dre joined the Navy, one of the hardest things I had to deal with was actually leaving my family from New York to come here to Virginia. And we
Right.
had just got married. And so that transition for me was hard. Why? Because I was a breadwinner before I married Dre. I had my own place, I had my own car, I had my own everything. And here you take a woman that's a worker and doing her thing and then transition her to now she's a stay-at-home mom. Like that was really difficult for me to deal with. And we actually didn't live on base when we first got married. We lived off of base. I think like oof, I think 5 years later we wound up going on base. But I learned so many things while we were on base. It was amazing. And the things that the military wives and spouses or those who are left behind go through is definitely um, not as easy as people believe, right? Because
Right.
they're leaving and now you have all the kids, right? And at the time, I think I had my daughter Shareem, I had Malik and Jayla, and um, at that time, Dre was going away on a 6 month deployment. Go ahead, Marcus. On a 6 month deployment, that was one of them, and I would normally go back to New York to be with my family, my support system. Like you
Mhm.
said, we have an awesome support system. But this time I chose to stay, right? And I wanted to work, but I really got depressed with him being gone because there was no adult interaction. None of my family was really here. Um, and all we had was his money. So you can imagine how a man feels where he's the sole breadwinner. I'm home and I'm trying to take care of the kids. It costs so much to put kids in daycare at the time because both Malik and Jayla were both like head, they were back to back. They were almost like twins, 17 months apart. So it was a difficult time and money was definitely tight. And whether men say it to some women or not, they want a woman that's going to work. They want that woman that's going to help out with the bills and do her part. Nobody wants all the pressure on them, right? And so I was
Right.
feeling that kind of pressure because one, I was a woman at work. I had my degrees, but yet I'm staying at home. And so I was really looking to run. It wasn't until my dad had told me, Shireen, who's holding you back? And he had to explain it to me, it was me. And sometimes we don't realize that we tell ourselves all these lies. We can't, we can't, we can't. And the truth is, you just won't, right? The truth is, you're
Right.
scared. The truth is,
Right.
because God equips us to do whatever we put our mind to. And
Yes, he
so if
does.
we really take charge on the things that we want to do, we can run out and just go grab them. But at that time, I felt stuck in a military situation because my husband was there. So I had to be there. I was his support, and making the house a home while he was gone. But it was definitely hard for me as a military wife. My strength is to me to all those wives, because especially the ones that's not working because they home with the kids. And so to me, that was something that I looked for. And once my dad put that in my ear, it was like my brain automatically said, Shireen, you can go back to school. I went back to school, and I actually found the school that had daycare in it, and they would allow it to be part of your tuition, because I wanted all
Nice.
excuses off the table. Not so much that Dre, just in case Dre left again, I would have that, and I can complete my task, and I can get a job of my own dreams. And so my point to that is that sometimes we tell ourselves these things, and then we never accomplish, and we stuck in a situation that we feel like we can't get out of. But that's the enemy lying
Right.
to us, right?
Right.
Because once my dad plugged the seed, once God used him to plug that seed inside of my spirit, I took off after that. Working, working, working. School, I graduated with my bachelor's degree. There was no stopping me. I haven't stayed home since. I think even after I had my baby son, who's Marcus, he's 8 now, I went straight back. I didn't even take off for him. I breastfed him, pumped, and went to work, because I was like, I didn't want anything to stop me from my dreams and goals, because I love my husband. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to be that woman that can do whatever she wants. I want to buy that
Right.
$800 hair, and I'm saying 800, but I'm exaggerating. If I want to buy that hair, I want to buy that hair. I don't feel as an adult you need to ask permission to be able to do anything, right? You want to honor each other, of
Right.
course. But I mean, I shouldn't be like,
Absolutely.
can I? Oh, I'm buying stuff, but I'm hiding it in my in my drawer. So I think a lot of times, to
Right.
me, military wives or husbands or whoever's left behind, they struggle with that, working and providing too, because you get used to that, where the husband is providing and you're in a home, and oh, he's got the money, he's gonna do it. No, baby girl, you need your own.
Right.
You need your own.
Absolutely.
And so for me, that's what it was for me. So when Danielle, question for you. Now that you're almost through with this journey, what are your next moves? I know that you started with the Forex. What is your next moves after the military?
Um, because I've said yes to Forex, that has literally changed my. I always said that I'm not going back to work for nobody else. I'm like, I'm not going to retire and then go back and work another 20 years. It just didn't sit right in my spirit. Like, I'm like, who does that? The older I got, I got to the 10-year mark and I wanted to get out. Truth be told, I couldn't. I wasn't in a place to financially to get out. And then 12 years hit and I'm like, okay, I'm a lifer, this is it. I gotta do 20 years. You just don't walk away, because at that time, not because this has been an investment and you want to return on your 20 years. However, you don't want to go back and work for another 20 years. So now, being in this Forex space, it has opened my eyes up to a whole different way of thinking when it comes down in terms of retirement, what really retires you, and how to go about putting yourself putting yourself in a position to do those things that you want to do. Whether it's go into business for yourself, that takes money. You know, funding different different things. It could be anything. But my whole thing is, the plan for me is to, you know, there are visions that I've written down, and because I've said yes to Forex, those visions would be able to, they will come to fruition, because honestly, because of my yes to Forex, I have a vision of, opening my own homeless center, and then, my vision, my fitness platform, that's not going anywhere. So going into, the fitness industry full time, on using whatever message God has for me. That hasn't is not clear to me yet. I'm still waiting on that revelation. However, you know that foundation is being set right now, because I said yes to 4X. 4 years gonna go by fast, but because of my yes, I have no worries from a monetary standpoint, like where it's gonna come from, where the funding gonna come from. I don't have any worries, because God has given me more than enough with my yes. It's just a matter of applying it and really taking advantage of every opportunity and tool that it provides. It's bigger than just trading. This is literally going to give me the freedom that I have desired my entire life. I used to dream about this growing up, seeing the struggle, seeing my parents struggle. Not, they did what they did the best they did with what they had, but at the same time, it's different. Things are different now, and I've stepped out on faith, and I'm gonna continue to do so, because that's the day and time that we living in. Nothing is gonna fall in your lap. You gotta reach up and grab that thing. So that's where I'm at right now, and it's here, and it's available to everyone. You just gotta be willing to make that take that next step, take that leap, take that jump, whatever it looks like to you. Do that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it. My
Danielle, what
my
is
family
Forex?
is locked in.
Do you know what Forex is? Can you, I mean, I know you know what Forex is. Can
Yes.
you tell the people what Forex is?
Forex is the exchange is simply the exchange of foreign currencies against the US dollar. And it's no long drawn out definition to it. That's exactly what it is. The exchange of currencies. Banks do it, and I do it with the
And
bank.
I do
And I
it.
reap the benefit, right? And I reap the benefits, So that's exactly what it is. It's more that comes along with it, but in the grand scheme of things, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, and guys, it's up to $6.7 trillion industry a day, guys, a day. And Forex has definitely changed my life as well. And my husband gives this story where he talks about when he went to the military, right? He would go like to Germany and send me pictures and was like, babe, I wish you was here. But when he went to Germany, as long as he was on the base, right, he can use the US dollar. But once he got off the base, and went into Germany, he had to actually go into the exchange and exchange the US dollar for German dollars. If I you know, and depending on the time frame that he did that exchange, his US dollars was either greater or less than um the Germany dollars. And so that's all it is. And then you make money off of that. But guys, we're doing it right from our cell phones.
Right.
Everybody stay on their cell phone nowadays. Need to clean that screen. But everybody stay on their cell phones nowadays. We have a gentleman, a young boy who 18 years old. I don't know if you look on my page, you'll see we said congratulations. He just made P150. We're super excited about him. And he just made
Absolutely.
an amazing journey for his life, for his future, guys. He's gonna be able to fund if he decides to get an education. We're not pro education. Education is amazing. I'm a forever student, and he can fund his education with the money he makes in forex. He can pay for his education with cash, and that's one thing I can't. I can't say that when I got my education in business management that I'm actually working in that field, but I still have my student loans. And that's some of the things that, our leadership tells us, if you're at a job that you didn't even go to college for and you still have student loans, that should tell you something. That should tell you you need another way, right? And I mean, with things going on now, you need another way that you can do from home, right? And so what better thing you can do doing it on your cell phone, trading in the forex market, and making making your life a different, making your life different. Period. Making your life different. I know it's changing me and Dre's life, and we love it. I wouldn't change it for the world, you know. And we share this because we know the power that it has. If you plug yourself
Right.
in, we know the power that it has. Danielle, you've seen it. When you plug yourself into the tools that they have, the education that they give you is bar none. The Rich University family, we all are family here. We all talking about making money and how we can get better, branding yourself. I mean, this platform is bar none. It's bar none. And it's definitely working to help other people. Do you find that since you've been in this thing, yo, your mindset is different on how you go
Absolutely.
about
Absolutely. Oh my God. Like my whole that the 24 hours in a day, I look at it totally different now. The things that I wasn't grateful for, I'm definitely grateful for. It that I would say for me, the mindset, like yeah, the money's gonna come. That's the thing. The money's gonna come. It is impossible not to make the money, but it's not if you make the money and you don't have the wisdom to invest it properly, and you might as well just not even do it. Real talk. You might as well not even do it. You'll be doing yourself a disservice not to develop your not to put the time into developing your mindset properly to handle the capacity of what forex entails really. And I was thinking literally just last night, it's funny that you just asked me about mindset. I was thinking about 2 months ago, roughly, give it about 3 months ago, give or take, but really 2 months ago, that would have put me at like maybe 3 weeks being in the business, and a light bulb came on, and that's the switch happened, that mindset switch. I'm pretty sure anybody who has had a mindset switch or been in a space that requires you to change, that really just elevate, and do it at a rapid level so you don't miss out, um, knows and understands what I'm saying. That light bulb switch came on, and I just been getting to think on a whole different level. My speaking became different. Certain conversation I just wasn't even going to entertain anymore. And I didn't. It wasn't even that I was being rude, but time is of an essence for me. It honestly is. 4 years to be here before I know it, and I can't miss it. Like I can't afford to miss out on anything else. I believe it was on one of our calls with our mentor, Dr. China, and she was saying how some of y'all may feel like y'all behind the ball curve. Yes, I've had the military backing me, but the military is just that. The military is a fixed income. If your family keep growing, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna pay you more because your family grows, right? You have to have something else in place. You know what I mean? And I don't. And that's the way I was looking at it. So I'm just like, oh my God, like heart beating fast every time I thought about it. I'm just like, I need something to help me, with this standpoint. I made an assessment of where I was from a financial standpoint. I'm like, this not enough. It just wasn't enough. I'm
it?
like, yo, I'm looking at what I have and what I needed to do and what was before me. I'm like, okay, God, I need something else. Like, all right, if I give you this, what are you gonna do with it?
Hmm.
First thing first, like I didn't understand what I had my hands on when I first got it. It sounded great, but I was just like, dang, I said, something is missing. I'm like, what is? Boom, it was my mindset. I felt like I was like, oh my God, let me plug in and get this like I need to get it so that when everything comes back around, I don't miss out on anything. You won't miss out on anything. So like Shareem just said, like you and Dre Shareem, y'all have definitely had played a major part in, that shift for me. Even last night when y'all had to talk to me, just y'all had to pour into me, not necessarily talk to me. You took the time to pour into me because I was going through some things and it was frustrating from a business aspect and things of that nature. But because I am coachable, and that's part of the mindset switch. You have to be
Absolutely.
coachable. Y'all tell us that all the time. Because I'm coachable, I was able to bring those emotions down and take in what you guys was pouring out. And I'm definitely grateful for it, and I'm grateful that God has opened my eyes and continue to expand my mind to receive everything that He has for me in this space. So there you have it.
For me as well, Danielle, I've come a long way. I've come such a long way. I'm still coming, and some of the things that I've learned is not even from somebody even telling me, but me observing the leadership, and if my leader is doing it, I'm working on getting it done, and that's my thing. Let's get it done. And all excuses off the table, right? If I plan on winning, I have to do what it takes. I have to get out of my comfort
Right.
zone and jump in
Absolutely.
and do what it takes. And that means if I'm uncomfortable, then I'm in the right space, right? And I have to
Right.
make the decision daily to do those daily things that's going to allow me to win. How bad do I want to win?
Absolutely.
And how bad do I want my daughters to look at me and say, "Ma, you doing a great job. Look, that's my mom." We all want that.
Right.
We all want our kids to say, "Ma,
Yeah.
that's my mother," and be proud of her. And that's where I'm at. Like, I'm no longer accepting what society is going to allow me to do. Um, and if my friends can accept the fact that I'm loving this space, God bless you. Just getting on a different level, just mindset, total change. And that's because you're around
Right.
people that's growing you, that's stretching you. You don't want to be the smartest person in a room. You want to be the one that's saying, yes, I'm taking notes. I'm learning how to take one step at a time. But also with the taking of one step, I'm also stretching myself to do beyond what I would normally do. So
Absolutely.
even this call, for instance, you automatically, you want to get this done. You know how bad you want to win. And what if somebody cancel? The program still have to go on. The
Absolutely.
program still have to go on because either you winning or
Yep.
somebody else is winning, and I want to win. So I'm going to do what
Yep.
it takes to win. And guys, I'm telling you this. This is the space that we in. They're showing us how we have to do whatever it takes to win. And I don't mean anything illegal. I don't mean anything out of the will of God. I mean whatever it takes to win, to stay focused, to throw away that procrastination, the wrong thinking, the negative speaking out of your tongue. We need positive energy. We need that energy, that vibration that's going to take us to the next level. That's going to catapult us, woo, to chairman.
Yeah.
And I don't mean chairman 10, right? I don't mean chairman 10. That's the beginning. Chairman 10 is the
Oh yeah.
beginning. And I'm just so excited for all the people that we're ready to impact. If they only knew what this space offers, they'll be jumping on my phone. They'll be ready for me to make that call. Serene, when can I get signed up? And for the amount of money, it's amazing. For two 35, 234.95, that's nothing. My young daughter worked and brought some hair for that amount. It's amazing. Energy is your vibration is energy.
Right.
We need to raise our vibration up and see how amazing we are. Oh, and I can see how amazing I'm becoming. And I don't need your permission. I don't need anybody's permission to feel amazing or to feel that I'm amazing or even to be happy. Right? We don't need any permission. We just got to do it. And I think a lot of times people feel like they need permission to do stuff. Oh, if my friends see that I'm doing this, then I must not be that. Why do you need
Right.
permission? Is your friend paying your bill? Not at all. I know Forex is. Forex is paying my bill.
Right.
And so why am I worried about what my friends think if they're not even helping me? We have to get out of that mindset. And I know to whom much is given, much is required. And sometimes, guys, we're up late. We trading and we Danielle, we've been up. Logic say I'm up, I'm on at 12:15.
Right.
Nightclub, we jumping back on. Work
Jumping
gotta
back
wait.
on.
Sleep
Yep.
gotta wait.
Right.
I know my
Yes.
job is not saying, Shareem, I can give you a raise right now. I can't say, hey, I need a raise. Although my job is amazing. We help seniors. We help healing people. I love what I do. But at the end of the day, that job is not going to take me over the top. It's not going to create general wealth for me, generational wealth for me. And I'm just so grateful that Angela, our upline, our chairman, and Angela and Carl Wilkins allowed us this platform just so we can grow and stretch. I'm so grateful that there's people in this
Right.
space that don't mind sprinkling nuggets around us. And
Right.
guys, I'm telling you, this is an amazing space. And I'm not just saying because of the money, because the money is great. But the
Right.
people you meet, Christopher Terry, the visionary of all of this, allowing us the 95% to come over into the 1%, we can only thank God that He put that vision inside of him to help us grow, to help stretch
Mm-hmm.
us to the next level. God,
Absolutely.
if you are watching this and you want to become a part of the Forex market, get in contact with the person that's sharing this feed with you. Contact Danielle. Danielle, give us your information so they can contact you if they want to get involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you on Facebook, I'm Danielle Robinson. Danielle Robinson. That's my Facebook. On Instagram, you can find me at Danielle underscore Miss Wealth underscore Robinson. That's my Instagram. Hit me
Absolutely.
up, DM me. Only serious inquiries, but hey, I'm ready. I'm available. Let's get it. Say yes today. Don't even put it off. Don't watch it and be like, oh my God, I wonder what this is. Just ask the right person though, and then come on board with us.
Absolutely. And for me, I'm Shireen the Bread Talker. I could be reached at Shireen Lavelle. On Instagram. Instagram is Pretty Brown Eyes. And guys, it's just time. It's time to make decisions. It's time not to be afraid of jumping into um, forex and allowing your money to multiply for you. It's time for you to learn how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, learn binaries,
Yes.
stocks, learn how to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And right now, people can't work anyway. So what are you doing? People can't work right here, right now. Most people are home. Well, while you're home, and if you have an 18-year-old and he's not doing nothing, put him in to learn how to trade. You feel like you're too old. That's a lie. We have a 78-year-old lady that understands her value. And she's not gonna just get a check once a month. She's trading with us and learning how to grow and multiply her money. Guys, you can make your phone an asset instead of a liability. You can make your phone an asset instead of a liability. So we invite you to come on board. We have a call tonight at 8 p.m. A call tonight at 8 p.m. Get with the person that invited you to this call. Tell them to give you the information so that you can hear more details about what Forex is and how you can multiply your money and turn your cell phone into an ATM. And one of the things I learned too, which was weird, because when you're younger, you want to get married, you want to have this picket fence, because that picket fence, that house is, that's saying you got money. Really, what I'm learning is the house is not considered an asset until it's making money for you. So it's really a
Right.
liability, right? Because it doesn't have money coming in, it has money going out. So if you want to make money, you would have to sell a portion of your house or a unit of your house or units of homes, and then your house or your property becomes an asset. So guys, we can do this. Join me, join Danielle as we journey through the Forex market. You'll be seeing a lot of us. And guys, if there's anybody else out
Absolutely.
there that have a topic they want to discuss and you want to be a part of our show, please DM me, um, Shireen Lavelle on Facebook. Please DM me and come on board. We'd love to have you. And give us your journey. If you're selling a product and you want to be on here for a little bit of information, DM me. Let me know. We're about sharing information. Danielle, do you have any last words before we get off of here?
I believe you cover everything. I do believe you cover everything. Now is the time, guys. Now is the time. Please don't put it off until tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Tomorrow is just not promised to anyone. And I live my life like that. Why put off today? What's the saying? Why put off tomorrow what you can do today? There's no reason for it. For $235, I have not missed my $235, by the way. I was
Right.
like, it's on $235. At first, I was like, $235. It didn't seem like a lot, but at the same time, I was just like scared of trading. I'm like, I'm already about to get back in school. I'm not about to that. I thought I would have to put an extensive amount of time into it. That's not the case. That's not the case. We just that plugged in. You get plugged in, I promise you. Oh my God, the sky is not the limit. There are no limits for real. There are no
That's right.
limits. So there you go.
Not for those
DM us.
who believe this, there's no limit.
Exactly.
I was listening to something, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I was listening to something that was amazing, and he was saying that God placed everything that we need already inside of us. Everything that we
Yeah.
need, God has already placed it inside of us, right? But if we never water it, it won't grow, right? Um, if we never water it, it won't grow. And even if we water it every now and then, it'll grow a little bit, right? And then it'll die. And so we have to keep plugging in. We have to keep um, staying on top of things and just make a difference in somebody's life. Make a difference in somebody's life, even if it's not your own, even if it's your business. What are you doing to help somebody else? And that's what it's about. God said the one thing, anything that we have done for someone else, we have done unto him. So what honor that are we doing to help somebody else? What honor will we be doing to help somebody else? And guys, I'm so excited to see you on board with me. So please join me tonight at 8. DM me for more information. And I see you guys at the top. Thank you so much, Danielle, for stepping in and helping me out on this journey, and
You're
being
very
such
welcome.
an awesome servant in the military. We really appreciate all our military people that are fighting, that are doing their due diligence to keep our country safe and to keep us safe. So thank you so much, so much. And guys, please stay
Absolutely.
guest the forex.
Say